welcome back to my channel. I've got another Life in London vlog for you this week, and you get to come and spend a Sunday with me where I try a restaurant called Eggslut for the first time. It's an American restaurant that's opened up in Notting Hill, and the kind of egg breakfast sandwiches are supposed to be legendary. But do I agree? And then in the second part of the video, I actually go on an epically long walk from Putney all the way along the Thames River down to Richmond, and there is a lovely stop for a pub lunch in the middle. So I thought it would be a nice mix of kind of food and exciting things to see in London. So without further ado, let's go on to trying the infamous Eggslut. Good morning, everyone. It's Sunday morning at 11 a.m. and I've ordered myself a little bit of brunch on Deliveroo. So I thought I would share with you my order because people during my Finland vlog, where due to COVID regulations, I only could order takeout, I actually really enjoyed it. So I'm gonna do this in London as well. And I've actually ordered from a place that I have always wanted to try, which is called Eggslut. What a name. A bit crude. All right, this might be awkward lighting, but we're going with it, okay? Okay, look at, it's almost like I'm unboxing a present. Okay, and then we just got some napkins, which is always appreciated. All right, now let's see what's inside the box. Ooh. Oh, okay. So yeah, so this is how it comes in, and the box just really clever design for the packaging. Ooh, seeing some eggs, and then dun, da, da, da. Oh baby, I got the option which has scrambled eggs and cheese with the sriracha mayo. It also comes with caramelized onions, but because I don't like those, I decided not to have them. So now we're gonna try and take a bite. All right, first bite. Let's see if it's any good or not. I mean, it looks so good. I'm gonna be very full after this, but okay. Okay, I definitely see what the hype is about. I think with the creamy scrambled eggs, the cheese, and the sriracha mayo, and the brioche bun, oof, it's wonderfully decadent. And now I'm gonna turn the camera off so I can actually enjoy it in peace. But yes, I'm very, very happy with my order. All right, so I have officially demolished the Eggslut breakfast sandwich. Dun, da, da, da. Proof, or it didn't happen. And I would definitely order from there again. It was really filling and lovely, but I don't feel overwhelmingly full, if that makes sense, because the eggs are so light and fluffy, but it's super rich and indulgent with the sriracha mayo and the cheese and the creamy eggs. So I would definitely order from there again, and I'm happy that I've had a very kind of filling breakfast because I am actually going over to Putney today to the waterfront, and we're gonna go do a very long walk along the river. So I'm definitely gonna bring my camera and give you a little sense of what that looks like, because you know how I love my long walks in London, and it's another kind of gorgeous sunny spring day today. So perfect kind of Sunday for a long walk now that I'm all fueled up. So now I just need to go kind of change a little bit, and then we are off to Putney. So when we started our walk in Putney, we took the tube to the kind of Putney Underground station, and what you need to do there is you kind of go down the street and cross over the bridge, because you do want to walk on the Putney side of the Thames River. So we did that, and as soon as we walked over and kind of got along the riverbank, we realized that there was actually a crew race happening. We don't know exactly what for, but It was really cool. So we actually started our walk a lot slower than we had thought in order to enjoy kind of watching the rowers practice, watching some of the races in hand, as well as there was a very cute dog playing fetch in the water, which of course captivated our attention. But then it was off to hit the trail, and what's great is the Thames River path between Putney and Richmond. It really makes you feel like you're not in London anymore. It just feels like you're in this beautiful natural wilderness with a river alongside of you, but really you're still in what is considered to be central London, which is pretty remarkable. But I just loved being among nature, not feeling like I'm in the center of the city, getting fresh air, kind of hearing the birds chirp. It really does make for such a wonderful walk. And depending on, I think my friend and I were quite ambitious with the length of this walk. Even if you didn't want to do kind of the full stretch, there are some really nice attractions that you can go pop into along the way and perhaps not do the full walk. One of these attractions that is really good to see is called the London Wetland Centre, and I've actually never been myself. It's very much on my London travel wish list, which sounds kind of funny to say because I am a local, but even locals, I think, should make kind of lists of things they want to do in the city for those inevitable, oh, I don't know, what do you want to do kind of days. So the London Wetland Centre is a wetland reserve. It actually occupies a site where there are kind of 4 former Victorian reservoirs. Say that 5 times fast. It occupies 100 hectares, I think acres of land, and apparently it's just a wonderful place to walk through, to see kind of birds, kind of wetland animals, and I've heard really great feedback on it from some of my friends. So it's very much on my list, and you literally walk right by it on this walk. You also pass by the famous Kew Gardens, which now in comparison to the London Wetland Centre, Kew Gardens is 500 acres of land. Yes, you heard that correctly. And it's also apparently known as one of the most biodiverse places on Earth. So during our walk, we just really enjoyed, I think we got very distracted by the rowers, number one, because we spent a lot of time kind of checking that out, because sadly I was gonna miss the kind of the famous race that happens in that area. So my friend was trying to give me a bit of a flavor for what that was like with the practice runs, which was quite cool. We even came up on a point where like the wake of the rowers caused some of the people sitting alongside the bank of the Thames to jump up because it was a bit too much. But yeah, it's just so lovely to be doing a long walk along the water, and that's really one of the magical things of kind of doing this walk between Putney and Richmond. So before we knew it, it was time to stop for our pub lunch. And by this time we had actually worked up quite an appetite, and my friend knew just the spot for roast. We went to a pub called the White Hart Pub, which is literally on the water. Now sadly it was a bit too chilly to dine outside, but we found a table inside. I started with a Hendrick's gin and tonic, my favorite, and I opted actually for a vegan burger with some chips, which actually was really good. No complaints at all, perfectly cooked. I took the pickle off because I don't like pickles. I don't mind pickled vegetables, but I don't like actual pickles. I know. We all have weird food things, don't we? Now, by contrast, my friend had a Sunday roast. She loves Sunday roast, and she did the pork, which came with tons and tons of vegetables, potatoes, actually an arancini, which was a bit weird and not very good. And actually the cauliflower cheese was pretty terrible. We're not gonna lie, we actually complained because cauliflower cheese is so delicious, and then when you get one that's not, it's just a bit sad. So with our bellies full, we went to finish our walk to get all the way to the Richmond, where we were gonna treat ourselves to drink number 2 of the day, because we had one cocktail at lunch, but we encountered a little bit of a problem. Uh-oh. we can't continue on our walk because it's flooded because of high tide right up there above. Yeah. Yeah, it does. Wow, it's so pretty. So something I didn't realize as someone newer to London is that the Thames River does have tides, and when it is at high tide, there is potential for flooding. So some parts of the Thames path can experience flooding, and there are various signs around the path warning people of this. So we ended up having to take a decently long diversion, I mean at least 10-15 minutes, walking more on the road in the area, more kind of closer to Barnes, I would say. But we eventually found an area of the path that was good to go, and we kind of kept on moving, which again, just pure loveliness. So then as we neared Richmond, the sun started to set, and wow, it was absolutely magical. I don't know that the camera fully does it justice, but this was just such a special moment to experience, but also a reminder that we needed to pick up the pace a little bit if we were gonna get off the Thames path before dark, because I'm sure it would be fine, but I didn't really want to find out what it was like to be on the Thames path after dark. So I thought this stretch of the path was particularly spectacular because we had water on both sides, from like a marsh side on one, from the Thames on the other, and we just felt like we were completely in the wilderness with kind of the wild kind of trees and greenery and branches all over. It just was unbelievable. And then before we knew it, we found ourselves with Richmond in the distance, and honestly we were really tired by then. It was a very ambitious walk. So we very much earned that G&T that we had, and we called it a day. But yeah, really good day. So I hope this inspires you. You know, there's so many great walks that you can do around London, and a lot of them you can find on the internet as well. But I'm always looking into these, and I will definitely, if that's something you're interested in, try to capture some more of the great places to take a long walk in London. So with that said, guys, if you like this video, please hit that like button. It really does help my channel. Leave a comment down below if you know of any other great walks in London or crazy brunch places I should try with cheeky names. Bonus. And if you want to see more content like this, I film kind of travels of my life in London, and also adventures abroad in many countries around the world. So would love to have you subscribe to my channel so you can see all the great videos that are coming up soon. So thanks again for tuning in, guys, and I will see you soon.